From sunny Chronopolis, it's the Dating Kang, brought to you in color. For one lucky minion will get a chance to question 4 eligible would-be villains. Tonight we have with us Kang's Chosen, revealed straight from the Anachronauts modular set, Terminatrix, who won't be able to see our eligible bachelors, but will get a chance to ask them questions. At the end of the show, she'll pick one partner from her insightful questions to go on a time-twisting crime spree with. So can you hazard a guess of who they are? Let's welcome our contestants, the Anachronauts. This group of elite, heartbroken bachelors are back for a second shuffle after last week's defeat. Our first contestant is a 1 scheme, 3 attack, 4 hit points fella. He first is on the scene in Fantastic Four Annual number 25 from all the way back in October 1992. And eventually killed, in 1998 in Avengers Forever number 3? Wait, how's that work? Never mind, time stuff. Let's welcome Apocryphus.
Hello, Nate. As you can see, the rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated.
Too true. Our second contestant only has a measly 1 scheme and 1 attack, but boasts an impressive 6 hit points. Wow! Also, from the Fantastic Four Annual number 25, let's give it up for Death Hunt 9000. Death Hunt?
I'm pleased to be here today.
That didn't sound automatic at all. The third man on the stage is of a noble bearing, coming in with a 2 scheme and 2 attack, also with 6 hit points. Look out, Death Hunt. He joins us from the Fantastic Four Annual number 25 as well. Let's give a nice round of applause for Sir Rastin.
Thank you, Nathan. It's a delight to be here.
It's a delight to have you here. And our fourth and final bachelor from, you guessed it, the same Fantastic Four issue, flexing an average stat line of 1 scheme and 2 attack, but a respectable 5 hit points, is Wild Run. Wild Run?
Hey, Nate. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm only up against these chumps.
That's it. Tried and true, right? But that is all I can tell you about our bachelors at the moment. To keep our bachelorette from hearing these introductions, we've been keeping her in the Light of Centuries sphere. Now let's bring her on stage right now. She's skilled in hand-to-hand combat and in the use of advanced technology, with 2 scheme and 2 attack and a perfect 5 hit points. Let's welcome to the stage, Terminatrix.
Hello. I suppose I'm looking forward to this.
And who wouldn't be? You have 4 contestants you'll be questioning tonight, so go ahead and have a seat right over there. You can start asking anytime.
I was first graced with Kang's presence in the 40th century. When were you lucky enough to bow to Kang, Wild Run?
Oh, it was the 18th century after I drove the Sioux from the plains, giving my people, the Cheyenne, a place to call home. Clearly, my feats of bravery impressed even Kang the Conqueror.
And you, Sir Rastin, when were you able to bow to the great Kang?
Lo, maiden most pure, 'twas the darkest of ages then, but a time of magic, and mystery, and much mayhem. I, as I'm sure you sooth, was the Black Knight. The legitimate one, unlike my foppish Uncle Percy. Second, yes, but greatest.
And Apocryphus, when were you lucky enough to bow to Kang?
I, the last of the Earth Eternals, met mighty Kang in what to you would be ancient times, but to me were the present. When he found me near Mount Olympus, plotting against legends, I suspect he desired my company because of my ambition to destroy Heracles.
Yes, I imagine he was a nuisance. And finally, Death Hunt 9000. When were you graced with Kang's presence?
I joined Kang's elite squad in the later half of the 21st century.
Moving.
Very succinct. For my next question, I will address Wild Run. I have manipulated both the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. I dominated Dr. Druid. I've infiltrated the Council of Cross-Time Kangs. What makes you worthy to bask in the glory that is Kang?
Well, I don't like to brag, but I am the son of the wolf god, Owayodata.
Truly, you are a god.
Well, I'm his human son.
It's not really true.
Well, until they retcon my backstory. I mean, Marvel, they do this.
Anything else?
Well, I bravely got beaten up by Kang in single combat.
Bravely, yeah.
And to you, Apocryphus, what makes you worthy to bask in the glory of Kang?
Well, I, the last of the Earth Eternals, want to make a point of order. Instead of this unpronounceable name, I am now changing my name to Apocryphus 99,000. I think it's much better. Now that we've cleared that up, I do not need to explain my worthiness. Not only am I not 99,000, I am also the son of Cersei. I'm also a child of a god. And I'm the defender of Chronopolis, as you might have recognized me defending the walls while you were there, perhaps. No? Doesn't ring a bell? Well, I also shoot laser beams from my eyeballs.
Oh, that's something. Yeah, no, we like that.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I fly.
Who doesn't?
Well, moving on.
Let's go ahead and hold it right there, Terminatrix. We'll be right back with more questions after this word from our sponsors. Stay tuned.
Do those pesky justice heroes always keep the threat down? Are allies and thwart events constantly interrupting your plans? Try an acceleration icon from this encounter side scheme. It's sure to accelerate your noble plots. This side scheme icon ad was brought to you by and paid for by a hero who decked out. Haha, sucks to be you, Tony Stark.
Oh, Bachelor number 4. Yeah, no, I have no idea what he's talking about. There's no chance that he would. Oh, and we're back, everyone. Welcome back to the show.
I'll give you another go, Apocryphus.
99,000.
No.
Fine.
When going out for a night on the town, one must be both battle-ready and stylish. What will you be wearing?
Well, I, the last of the Earth Eternals, Apocryphus 99,000, project my power by wearing this stylish rose-colored onesie. Aww. You will find my matching silver belt and wristband quite a thing as well. They really go well with the whole thing. The whole ensemble really says battle ready like nothing else can.
Well, it does make a statement. That's true.
Yes, and if you will be standing next to me, we'll be both making a very, very interesting statement, indeed.
And what about you, Death Hunt 9000? What would you wear to take me on a crime spree on the town?
Well, as a cyborg, I prefer to bling my armor out with all the latest high-tech fashions. I have a sweet pair of jet boots that I can fly us around with. Plus, I have these really cool wristbands. They have a mounted energy gun, so we can blast our way into any club. We don't need to wait in line. I've got electromagnetic blasters, killer accessory. I look pretty keen with my retractable blades. And my cybernetic eye looks hot when I blast you with my energy beam.
That robot is dressed to kill.
I also have a great affinity for advanced weaponry. That is something we share. Wild Run. What object represents your power?
Oh, that would be my wolf skin. It represents my enhanced senses and my tracking ability. Of course, I only wear it as a hat. That way I can show off my pecs and abs, which are my other superpowers.
Well, super may be a stretch, but we'll allow it.
Poor guy.
And Sir Rastin, what object would you choose to represent your power?
Knowest thou, O maiden fair, that I am the proud wielder of the ebony blade? A phantom did lead me unto it, so impressed was he by my righteous suitability.
Does anybody even understand this guy?
Terminator, can we hurry back to the next question before we get a monologue from Sir Rastin?
Most certainly. I will ask each this question in turn. Firstly, Wild Run. I like a quick striking man with a piercing gaze. What's the first thing I'll notice about you?
Definitely my loincloth. In fact, you'll be so amazed, you'll drop 2 cards at random from your hand when you see me.
It does sound shocking. And Sir Rastin, what would I notice of you?
Well, I shall guard you from all thine enemies, and shall striketh deeply in return should they darest attack me.
That's more a reaction than a first impression, but good try. Apocryphus, what shall I first notice about you?
The first thing you'll notice that I am the last of the Earth Eternals. As I might have mentioned earlier. And then you'll notice that I'm sapping all our enemies of all their little minions and support and leaving them bereft of any help. I'm a blast at party.
Certainly sounds like you can crash them.
Yes, we will crush them together.
And finally, Death Hunt 9000. What was the first thing I would notice about you?
You'll notice that I'm tough as nails, babe, and you won't fail to notice all of my villainous qualities, from my golden locks to my jet boots.
He's really hanging on those jet boots.
Yes, well, at least they're better than Earth Eternal, aren't they?
Before we move on, speaking of which, Apocryphus, for the listeners at home, where, in terms of Earth Eternals, whereabout do you land? Would you consider yourself the first of the Earth Eternals, or I'm having trouble remembering?
I am the first and the last. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am
Okay.
Apocrypha. I am the secret that none dare mention, and I can keep going for a while.
That
That's
jogs my
99,000
memory.
of suck.
That jogs my memory. Moving on, Terminatrix, please.
Yes. Let's go back to Death Hunt 9000. His answers are concise.
But he's only 9,000.
If we went on a time date, when would you take me?
I know you'd want to see me in action, so I would take you into the future. Just outside of Hellgate, that's my old stomping ground. We could kick the living timelines out of some of these thing-like creatures that live around there. Plus, they have the best barbecue outside of Kansas City.
Barbecue sounds so colloquial. What about you, Sir Rastin? When would you take me?
Maiden most winsome, I shall answer thusly. To fair Camelot, 7th century, or near some by, the woods are quite lovely in the spring. But we must stay clear of Merlin, for of all creatures 'tis he alone whom I fear. I will pack a picnic lunch, I should add.
Well, I'm not sure I would be afeard of anyone, but I suppose it sounds quaint. Moving on. Wild Run. If you could meet anyone in history, which I suppose you could since we travel through time, who would it be and why?
See, in my tribe, the spirit of the Red Wolf passes to worthy warriors. Of course, none of them are as fine a guy as the original specimen. That's me. In fact, I hear that one of my descendants is a no-good hero, so I'd like to meet him and beat some sense into him. Show what a tough guy I am.
Oh, that does sound fun. And what about you, Apocryphus? Who would you like to meet and why?
I, the last of the Earth Eternals.
Of the Earth Eternals.
There's an echo in here, I think. Would take you to see my nemesis, Heracles. Of course, we would find him at the Pillars of Heracles, but his pillars would be no match to mine, if you know what I mean. First, we'd alert him to the fact of my existence, and then I kick his ass. Because I am the last of the Earth Eternals.
I somehow doubt these pillars would be as impressive as you make them out to be. Moving along.
Ooh.
They are larger than they appear.
Well, she can't see you at all right now, so that's not saying much.
Burn.
Ouch.
Time burn.
Sir Rastin,
Yes.
how do you boost Kang while he's in battle?
Oh, maiden most deserving of rapturous song. I puncheth thine enemies in the face for the sheer audacity of defending against Kang. Oh, and I goose him a little bit too for an extra boost.
Extra boosts are a lovely thing. What about you, Apocryphus? How do you boost Kang in battle?
I, last of the Earth Eternals, Woodland Kang, the power of my soporific nature. I can exhaust anyone by my presence alone, as this contest has no doubt revealed to you. Fair
Yes.
maiden.
The truth.
You are indeed exhausting. What about you, Death Hunt 9000? How do you boost Kang in battle?
Well, when I come to aid King, oh babe, I'm so tough that those pesky heroes, they gotta go through me to get to King, and that's a tough job for anyone.
You should know that I double boost Kang in battle.
Well, that sound means it's the end of the game, and now, Terminatrix, you must choose. But relax and take a moment to think. We have all the time in the world. And while Terminatrix is making up her mind, we will take time out for this message.
Is your boost icon average just a little too low? Are you sometimes not able to keep the pressure up on those pesky heroes? 9 in 10 villains suffer from this same problem, but you don't have to suffer alone. We can help. Try an amplify icon from this encounter side scheme, when you really just want to smash that one ally. This side scheme icon ad was brought to you by and paid for by the Sentry Ally, creator of chaos in any aggression player's deck.
Welcome back to the Dating Kang. It's time to choose. Will it be Bachelor number 1, or Bachelor number 2, or the rest of them?
Well, I'm afraid none of these minions are impressive enough for my royal hand. For you see, I am Princess Ravona, and I know each of them has been beaten by Kang. So I choose you, Immortus.
Me? Well, that's terrific.
This is
That
unheard
is not terrific.
Unacceptable,
I
maiden
would
of pure.
like to tie this guy up to a pillar. We were deceived. Deceived again! I am the last of the Earth Eternals.
You know, I just can't bear to be around them when they're like this. Well, we better get going before these guys try something foolish. You and I will go on a trip through time to all the most romantic locations in the universe.
Farewell, you pathetic lackeys.
That's it? They just left? We
They
didn't even get
did
to finish
indeed.
reading all the cards.
Yes, I was going to tell her more about the Pillars of Heracles.
I didn't even get a chance to tell her my traits yet.
I was gonna show her my special circuitry.
Well, this night was a B-.
Well, I mean, I guess my plans fell through tonight. You guys want to hang out sometime?
So, if we were to want to continue to see each other, guys, how would we find each other on this newfangled thing that the kids call the interwebs?
Glad you asked. We are Critical Encounters. You can email us at criticalencounterspod@gmail.com. We are Critical Encounters on Facebook. And hey, now you can find us on YouTube by searching Critical Encounters, and we even have videos up. And on Discord, we are Vardane, Big Foam Loaf, The Truth, Wandering Tube, Addercop, and Squidid. If you like our show, tell your friends. If you don't like our show, tell your enemies.
Hope all your dates are good ones tonight, and until next time, here's a big kiss to hold you over.
The last of the Eternals don't do spookers.
those heroes taunt you, saying things like, expert mode is too easy, or allies are OP. So they always remove your minions and attachments before they can even be useful. Try a hazard icon from this encounter side scheme. Remember, every villain can be hazardous with the right heroic level. This side scheme icon ad is brought to you by and paid for by Heroic Mode. When that doesn't suck enough, play Heroic Mode.